ये काम कर रहे हैं वो हुकूमत के बिल्कुल भी खैर ख्वाह नहीं हैं जो इस तरह के काम कर रहे हैं, और ये जो चार्जेस वसूल किए जा रहे हैं इसको जल्द अज जल्द जो है रिवर्स करने के लिए इकदाम किए जाएं। आपका सवाल आ गया। चलें जी, इनका माइक खोलें इंजीनियर साहब का।
जी बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, आपने इस बात को पहले भी उठाया, अभी मेरी तायद भी की, कमेटी को भी भेजा। और मैडम चेयरपर्सन साहब, ये सिर्फ मसला हमारा सुई नादरन गैस कंपनी की कॉरपोरेशन का या सुई सदरन कॉरपोरेशन का नहीं है। पीआईए जो कॉरपोरेशन है उसके किराए जहाज के देखें, आप भी मुतासरीन में से होंगे, हम सिंध वाले तो बड़े मुतासरीन में से हैं। हमें महदूद से टिकट मिलते हैं, उनको हम कन्वर्ट करवाते हैं लो ग्रेड टिकट में, और हम सफर करना चाहते हैं वो भी हमारा पूरा नहीं होता, उसके किराए बहुत बढ़ गए हैं, बिजली के मीटर के भी ये बढ़ गए हैं। तो ये महंगाई पे जो कॉर्पोरेशन हैं, कम से कम जो चीज मंजूर की जानी चाहिए वो हमारे ऐवान से मंजूर होनी चाहिए।
जी आपका नुक्ता सामने आ गया जी। मोहतरम मीर गुलाम अली तालपुर साहब।
हाँ, मैंने पहले दबाया था। शुक्रिया मैडम चेयरमैन, आपने मुझे मौका दिया बात करने का। Madam Chairman, we are teetering on the brinks of a precipice. And if we fall it's so deep, we'd never know whether we'll come out of it. Pakistan has never faced a crisis of this sort. The nearest I can think of it is the breakup of Pakistan. And fortunately for us, we had Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who gave us what we now call Pakistan, made Pakistan stand up on its own feet, put together a broken country, gave us the confidence, the pride to take Pakistan forward. Unfortunately, we do not see another Zulfikar Ali Bhutto on the horizon at the moment. Therefore, what is happening with all institutions of state at loggerheads for political reasons? We had an opportunistic move of dissolving of the assemblies of KPK and Punjab. Purely political, purely opportunistic. And now, the very same leader who took that move is riding shotgun on the shoulders of the apex court, wanting somehow to get his aims and his way through them. The whole country is in a turmoil. There is, of course, the Constitution, there are the courts, for which I have due respect. A lot has been said about the courts. Also passed a law from here with regards to the powers of the court, which has been stayed by the court. But let's look at not just what is happening now, but how this whole system, including our justice system, has changed into something very, very strange. For example, let's look at the Supreme Court of the United States of America. Madam Chairman, this is a matter of laws. And we are proud to say that as Muslims, our laws were given to us in the Quran. And the expansion of the Muslims, the expansion of the Arab Empire at that time took place because of those laws and because we followed those laws in spirit and practice. Here, our whole justice system, if we look at it, and I was giving the example of the Supreme Court of the United States, we don't need rocket scientists to run the Supreme Court. We don't need technical experts who have made innovative discoveries. to run the Supreme Court. We need to follow laws. We need to look at the realities, and we also need to look at our Constitution, what it says. But the Constitution, again, as in every country, including the United States of America, is not sacrosanct. As time has passed by, constitutional amendments have been made, looking at the realities on the ground. And so it has been everywhere. Over there, the Supreme Court sits as a whole, unless there are rare cases when either there's a holiday or the justices, for some reason, are not available. Then and then only a justice is approached. Never does the Supreme Court sit in benches. 2 justices don't sit, 3 justices don't sit, 4 justices don't sit. It sits as a whole. Also, it takes up only a certain number of cases. Not every case goes to the Supreme Court and is accepted. Also, it decides quickly. It gives 2 hours. It hears 2 cases every day. 1 hour each is given to the lawyers. Prior to that, they present a brief to the Supreme Court of 50 pages. They may even give a shorter brief, which the justices then read. And then, of course, there are the oral arguments, and then decisions are taken. That is the spirit of Islam, which we've forgotten. That is the spirit of our religion. Justice must be seen to be given, not talked about. Unfortunately, all these aspects are not there with us, but have been taken away. What we need is far-reaching reforms. But how do reforms take place? If the executive wants to reform, the judiciary strikes it down. So it's a catch-22 situation. But where does it all begin? Restitution begins with acceptance. Acceptance begins with looking back and owning up to the mistakes of the institution, whichever institution it may be. Only then you can go on to the path of restitution and rehabilitation. If the institution does not look back at the mistakes it's made, how will reform take place? How will even that institution, which it says is independent, reform itself? We have a total disarray. Judges go to various provincial capitals. In the United States, they don't go to the capitals of the states. Even the not been divided into zones, say 4 zones or 5 zones or 6 zones, for the justices to go and sit there separately? No. Because who's to decide who should go where? They sit together so that each justice is aware of the case. Each justice then, when they sit together in conference, gives their opinion. And then the majority opinion prevails. The minority opinion is also noted down, but the majority opinion prevails. Therefore, justice there, to whatever degree, at least for the citizens of that country, is seen to be given. Here, we are having all sorts of issues at the moment. And if this situation prevails, the fall is going to be a long fall. And who is to rescue us? There are no solutions without deep-seated reform. We may talk about X or Y or Z or what he did, but he's done it because this system has given him the opportunity to do it. If the system didn't give him the opportunity, dare anyone do anything which is controversial? So here, there are no solutions which we see on the horizon if this tug of war continues. Martial law is no solution. The martial law of 1969 was directly responsible for the breakup of Pakistan. Instead of handing over power to the civilians, to the Speaker of the National Assembly, General Ayub Khan handed power to General Jaya. We may blame politicians, but it was the generals in power and General Zia and his cohorts who were directly responsible for the breakup of Pakistan. So that is not a solution. The only solution is dialogue with the politicians and elections decided between them. For more democracy is what will be the cure, what ails this country, rather than less democracy. And I hope and pray that we follow the path which will bring prosperity to this country, not power to an individual who is a cretin yearning for power and power at any cost, but power to the people of Pakistan and prosperity to the people of Pakistan, for which it is long overdue, Madam Chairman, long overdue. With that, I would like to say, Pakistan Zindabad.
शुक्रिया जी।